We're live. We're even in the same place.
Unbelievable.
We have a new desk. If only you could see what we can see, which is more screens than NASA, to be honest with you, and even a phone and a teleprompter and cameras.
And
it's
switch decks and someone monitoring what we are doing actually.
Indeed. Miziel in here, he's here from New York, monitoring what we do, because he doesn't trust us on our own, to be honest. I would not trust us either. But why are we here? Well, we're here to do a live all about a new watch that we just released. A mere 24 hours ago, just over 24 hours ago, we announced an all-new model. Now, it is all new, albeit it is an Autark Tourbillon, a model that we released back in 2023, in fact. Maybe you could go to the next slide. It will give us everything we need to know. So yeah, back in late 2023, we announced the Autark Tourbillon, our ambitious project to bring our tourbillon caliber together with our K2 micro rotor caliber to create our next caliber, that being the KTMR.
Can we have a look at that old stuff?
Well, we can. So let's have a look. You need to change the camera.
We have a lot of cameras.
Let's see if we can remember. But there we go. So here was the K2. This was the K2 caliber. Our ambitious project here to bring our tourbillon caliber. This is our micro rotor K2 caliber. That is cased in a block so that we can't damage it or lose it. And then we brought that together with our tourbillon, and we brought that together to create our micro rotor. But there we go. So here was the K2 flying tourbillon caliber. There we go. There is our.
And now we do the magic trick.
There's those two ugly guys. Look at the beautiful movement and
Do you have a
suddenly.
sound problem?
We brought that together with our tourbillon.
There's two.
You need two microphones on. Is that better?
Now it's better.
Are we better
Ah,
now?
you are. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Are we good now?
Yeah, let's
I
wait
think
a
we've
little
got
bit.
comments coming in here.
Yeah.
Or does it say
Delivery
check
plan,
audio,
yeah,
check audio,
check audio
technology.
Again, technology problems here.
Too many screens.
Let me see what's coming.
Have we got? We're good. We're
No,
good.
it's good.
We've got the thumbs up from
I
Miziel.
think the video was running in the background.
Well, luckily we're back.
That was the problem, I think.
Technology disaster averted. Mark 7.
Yeah.
But here we are.
Now I know. Okay, I'm sorry. It was my mistake.
It was a mistake. A rare mistake from Mr. Falsel. So what we have here is our flying tourbillon caliber in the micro rotor guise. And we have that. And that was the foundation of what was, or what is, the Autark Tourbillon, a watch that you can see here. This was the Autark Tourbillon. We've got a couple of the different colorways here. This was the gradient grey, which was the launch color. That featured the power reserve on there as well. And let me just swap out because
if you have a little angle, then you get rid of that light on top.
And we go to here. So let's see. Oh, our focals.
Oh, that's okay.
There we go. This was the one with the launch one, the Fume Grey gradient dial with the power reserve. But at the same time, we also, of course, introduced the Salmon, which was available both with and without the power reserve. And we also launched the black, and we have a black one here, and that is the black, which didn't have the power reserve. We also had a blue and a galactic blue. The galactic blue one we can't show you just now because it maybe travelled somewhere on someone's wrist inadvertently. But yes, this is the black dialed one. And we took that as the template or as the core, and we have brought what we believe to be a world's first. And the world's first is the Autark Tourbillon.
Amazing.
With a GMT complication, a flyer or traveller GMT, and the day-night indicator.
And some enhanced mechanics inside also.
We do.
It's
So,
good, I know.
At 9 o'clock you can see this little square. That is the day-night indicator. And you may notice the GMT hand is skeletonized. That's sitting here just at the 10 o'clock marker. It can, of course, be hidden if you don't want to use it in the same way as it can be hidden on the Superseed family. But we also have introduced the latest technology within the movement. And what that allows for is, as we're setting the time, you can see, I keep the focus and sharpness, there we go. We can see all three hands moving. But if we want to jump the GMT hand, like here, we have managed to get it in a system whereby we're not getting any wobble in the hands, and that's because we have
Nearly
the
no
flex
wobble,
gear.
I mean,
Nearly no.
but
It's
this is-
mechanical.
yeah,
There'll
it's
always be
mechanical.
something because things are moving. But we've managed to remove it with the use of a pretty advanced flexible gear on that main hand system.
An asymmetric open gear which actually holds itself together. It took quite some time to
About a year and a
calculate
bit
that stuff and make it several times, but
to get it right.
it's pretty cool. I like the technology, and I like the way we actually came up with this solution, because it should also be foolproof, that you do not get into trouble or can destroy something like this. And these gears are actually interlocking when they get load. So that's pretty cool, I have to say.
Absolutely. And as you can see, it's using the case and bracelet from the Autark Tourbillon. That means it's at 39. We can do the side. So we can see
other
here.
cameras here.
Too many cameras, and you can see, let me see if we can focus. There we go. So you have that 8.8 millimeters profile on the case. Here's the other side. All in grade 5 titanium. It's a 39.5 millimeter case in terms of diameter. Big dial, very slim bezel on there, opening up that dial. This is a solid meteorite dial on this watch. No metal backing plates here, a proper solid meteorite
dial.
Feet are
directly welded
to the dial.
That's
straight into the movement. And you have, of course, that little marker, the blue screw on that 60-second flying tourbillon there. And you have the loom in all of those applied appliques. A little tiny pop of colour, just that little slightly kind of reddy orange terracotta colour, just at the 5-minute markers all the way around the bezel.
Can you show
you
that
can
from
probably
the top?
show from the top, and we'll get the focus.
We have a little bit more zoom. Oh,
there we go.
Yeah. Oh.
And that's us there.
You see a lot of dirt there also. We have a deionizer.
We're deionizing air coming from the side, yes indeed. But there we go, and you can see it moving. And of course, as with every movement we do and every watch we make, a full silicon escapement. So you've got the escapement components and the hairspring all in our proprietary silicon technology in the caliber. 72 hours of power reserve. Everything you can possibly want, hopefully, from a tourbillon watch. It's a titanium cage
to be
as well.
Besides that beautiful
back.
thing.
We can look longingly at it.
Misael, the sound is good now. It seems like
we're getting thumbs up. Absolutely.
Okay. Good.
So you can see all of that, patterning and Wiedenstramer pattern there on the dial, as it's a meteorite dial. Left in its natural raw state, no colorations on it at this time, just keeping it classy and original. We did a 25-piece limited edition with the Tourbillon 2. That sold out. They're all gone, and we still get asked for them regularly. So we thought we want to bring more meteorite back, but we want to do it differently. So the original plan was a meteorite version of the Autark Tourbillon, but then Sue decided, let's do some more stuff. Let's do something that is, as far as we're aware, as far as AI is aware, and everyone we've ever asked,
AI said
has everyone,
there is nobody who did that.
A micro rotor flying tourbillon with independent traveller GMT.
And why is
the answer appears to be no. If anyone does know of one, please do let us know, because we would love to know if anyone does know of one out there, but we cannot find one. We've found hand wind tourbillons with GMT, but not in
I
this
can show you also why it is like that.
There we go.
If you want to do that. So that was actually, since we have this modular kind of system in our movement design catalog, the blend of the K2 and the blend with the KT, the tourbillon, logically incorporated the GMT function in the K2 already, because that was the first thing we launched. And then Jonas, I think Jonas was there. Yeah, of course it works. It's already in there. Oh, okay. And so we came up with this K2 GMT integrated tourbillon automatic 72 hours power reserve monster.
Absolutely. You'll also notice on this one, you've got on the GMT hand, just at the very tip, tiny little loom plot on there as well, which is a little running improvement that we've done, because folk were saying that the skeletonized tourbillon, skeletonized GMT hand, should I say, on the Superseed was not always as visible as it could be at night, so we've improved that as well. So yes.
So that means that watch is below 10 millimeter.
Significantly, it's below 9 millimeter in fact. 8.8 is the design specification.
Including 3 hands.
Absolutely. It's exactly the same case as the Autark Tourbillon. So we have everything in there. Same case, same bracelet, same grade 5 titanium, same technical specifications when it comes to water resistance and everything else, dimensionally, height, thickness, width, etc. Really, we managed to pack in that extra third hand, and as many of you will probably know, meteorite dials are notoriously delicate when being cut and dealt with, and it's a solid meteorite dial that we had to get down to a rather thinness, shall we say, and we managed to get it because if it had been the regular thick size you would typically find in a meteorite dial, it wouldn't be fitting into this watch.
You see, the light's very sensitive.
Yeah,
very easily you can get different shades of this meteorite.
Yeah, you'll see everything from being almost quite flat, like here, and almost a grey. But then if you play with the light, you get a quite strong patterning on that dial as well. It really does play with the light. And obviously we're under very bright studio lights here, which can flash it out like this, or you can really get the strong. But in the sunlight, it really does dance and play. And of course, it's meteorite. I was going to say natural, it's extraterrestrial natural, but that does mean, of course, that every single dial is different.
I think your finger is in focus.
It's maybe my fingers being focused.
Okay.
But yes, every single dial is different. You'll get a different pattern in every one. So you get something a little bit unique.
Can I put that on the wrist?
You can put it on your wrist, of course you can. And you see if you can find which button to press for your overhead camera. Oh, there we go. We have the wrist cam. This is another camera that hides up behind us as well.
Including us.
Hey, we're back.
That's exactly how I'm looking now at this watch.
Yeah, there we go. Great fit on the wrist. Shows you, Andy, I think it's fair to say you've not got a tiny wrist, but not a big wrist either.
18.5.
And I've got a slightly smaller wrist, so maybe I can try it on as well. In fact, I can put on the regular one, which is the same size, of course.
You join me here.
I will join you. Let me tuck my glove out of the way.
Oh, not too bad.
Pretty good looking pair, that. And we're not talking about me and you.
No.
No. So that's us there. We've had a few questions. Folk have asked some questions about delivery. First delivery is the first 15 pieces out of the 50. It's a 50-piece limited edition. The first 15 pieces we will be delivering between mid and late December. If you get your order in, these will, fingers crossed, be on your wrist as you sit by your Christmas tree having your Christmas dinner, if that is your thing. Someone's also asked about the material. It is grade 5 titanium. The case, the bracelet, the clasp, the crown, the bezel, case back is all grade 5 titanium on there as well. Second deliveries after that first 15, which we're getting very close already to 15 pieces already being accounted for that first delivery. The next deliveries will be in late January into February. We're already working through on the movements. The guys downstairs in the atelier are building up the movements for the second batch. The first batch are ready. They're getting ready to just start casing those up so that they'll be ready for the first lucky 15 people on it as well. This is a model that we believe will be very popular, as was its predecessor, the Tourbillon 2 with the meteorite dial. We did a slightly higher number on this release to make sure that a few more people have the opportunity. Folk are going to ask about the price, of course. The regular Autark Tourbillon starts at just under 13,000 Swiss francs, 12,990. The meteorite dialed limited edition GMT, the full price is 17,990, but it is available at 15,990.
You have a slide for that?
For the first, there is not a slide for the price, 15,990, which is the pre-order price that will be valid through until early January. That being the 4th of January is when we will be reverting to the full price on the watch as well. So if this floats your boat, then the earlier you strike, the better the price you get on this one as well. We are, of course, offering it, as we do with the other Autark Tourbillons, with an option to upgrade the micro rotor from a tungsten micro rotor to a solid PT950 platinum micro rotor. That one will be an extra 2,000. It will be 19,990, which is the full price, but the pre-order price for it will be 2,000 cheaper, as it is with the tungsten, at 17,990, valid through to 4th of January 2026. Of course, they may all have sold by that point, which means everyone that buys one gets them at the pre-order price, but time will tell on that one.
Just wanted to make that experience a
Look
little
at that.
bit
You
more.
like playing with your cameras and being pretty, but there we are.
I mean, you know, it's such nice watches.
They are.
In such a nice camera setup, you need to actually arrange that in a way.
And this is Andy's new toy. These desks are and screens is his new toy. He's already hacked it to death and added more screens than you can imagine and lots of other things. But he's managed to keep it quite tidy, not too many wires, so everything from that side is looking good. We have a little movie to play people though. We have to show
Yes, I forgot that.
Leo
worked hard with his new de-ionizer fan because when he's making that pictures, he said, I only see dust.
Yeah.
Dust is everywhere.
It doesn't help that he's using a very high magnification probing lens, which sounds much worse than it actually is, but it means he can get very up and close. And of course, our video editing maestro, that being Franco, he went to town very quickly. If I remember rightly, this video was compiled within a day. I think they were filming it yesterday or the day before, and it was ready within a day period. So, Andy, which buttons do you need to press to show the people the video and remember the sound?
I need to remember.
Computational math here because he's got too many screens.
So now
here we go.
Good. Sound is on.
Sound is on.
Yeah, should be. At least that's what I do. Yeah.
We have sound.
Again?
You can play it once more, I think.
Play it more.
It's a good video.
Yeah, pretty good video, and we can make ourselves
Ooh!
bigger. You know? So many toys. Okay.
A couple more questions we've been asked. How is the bracelet adjusted to size, screws or pin and collar? We use a pin and collet, so it's a collet that's in the centre link with a pin. Primarily the reason is that when you're using a screw type cap, you're really restricted to how slim the bracelet can become. And we, as we will show when we go back to the cameras, if Andy can give me the overhead camera.
Overhead camera.
Overhead camera, please,
yes,
Maestro.
Please.
Here we go. So the bracelet itself is extremely slim.
And dirty.
And it's dirty, yes. But there we go. Let me see if we can get the focal point. There we go. And it's a pin and collar. The collar being in the centre link here. So within this centre link. It's very easy to adjust, very secure. The other big problem you have when you're working with...
Put your finger there, it's focusing on the...
There we go. The other big problem you have with titanium is when you use titanium screws into titanium is never a good idea. As you tighten them in, you get corrosion between similar materials and the heat builds up, and quite often you will never get the screws to come out again. But you do have the 10 millimeters of adjustment on the micro clasp there as well. 10 millimeters, 1 millimeter jumps, which means you've effectively got 2 full links of adjustment on there as well. It can be adjusted to be bigger when the clasp is open. When you're wearing the watch on the wrist, you can reduce the size down in size on the wrist just by sliding your finger across the bracelet as well. So, next slide, Andy. I think we want to cover a couple of other bits on here as well. So we've got a few other pretty pictures that's coming up. That's the delivery timelines that are going to be coming up on the screen. Oh, the camera's gone out of focus. Camera's gone out of focus.
Okay.
Hey, we're back. Oh, we're back. We need to go forward.
Yeah.
Slowly back. They'll come back into focus. There we go. The joys of going live on the internet. Oh, we're back. Look, 2 ugly people.
Magic fingers, you know.
Magic fingers.
The magic hand.
I'm wearing the gloves. I'm pretending I'm Michael Jackson with one glove today. But yes, we talked about the delivery timeline there as well. What else we have though done outside of launching this watch is we've built out our new WhatsApp community, all about Horage. It's something that we've spent a lot of time building to consider how to not be too intrusive in your lives and to not spam you to death, but to keep you up to date with all the latest news and information, and more importantly, allow you to reach us when you want to ask us questions. Rather than us constantly shouting at you, you can come back to us, ask us questions, technical questions, product questions. You want to see something? Andy's got some cameras and a screen. He can show you it pretty much any time of the day or night, and you can reach out to us on there. So we have got this QR code that hopefully you will see up on your screen. It allows you to join the community. You can scan that code with your phone.
And people know that I like WhatsApp.
You do like WhatsApp.
I mean, some people say you shouldn't use WhatsApp because Mark Zuckerberg is the evil guy.
he's definitely a rich guy. He's definitely a rich guy. He also likes watches, apparently,
he's
as well.
a watch guy.
So who knows?
And you know, at the end of the day, if you want to produce cost on WhatsApp, then use it.
Absolutely.
Use it a lot.
Absolutely. So
it's a easier, to be honest, it's the easiest way. We get so many emails. We have newsletters sending out. We know that there's algorithm stuff in spam lists. Nobody knows if this stuff's arriving or not. And I think chat tools are the more easy way to communicate with us. And I'm pro chat, I have to admit that, because it removes email clutter, and we have enough of that in our life anyhow.
Absolutely, and you will genuinely get an answer very quickly. The beauty of the way we've set it up is that many of our concierge around the world, whether it's Maziel in New York, whether it's Mark in Taiwan, whether it's Andy here, myself, someone will get back to you with the answers that you're looking for very quickly. And because we are all around the world, the beauty is, of course, that someone is probably awake somewhere that can answer your questions. So there we are. Now, we're also going to have another live. I think we set a date, in fact, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Remember the date? It was the Tuesday the 16th. Tuesday the 16th of December will be our next live. And we're going to bring a big update about our next project, or the other project.
I mean, let's say it like this. We are kind of defined by two watches at the moment, yeah, and that's Tourbillons and that's
the micro reg, the Revolution 3 micro reg. And here we have not quite the most up-to-date prototype, but
it's sitting on Sylvan's
wrist. It's in Sylvan's wrist, and it's Sylvan's baby, because he is one of the leads on that project, and he has got the very latest version of this watch, which incorporates all of the latest version of the caliber with the micro reg technology, and it has the case with the grounding point
and
as
the
well.
stuff inside.
And it's all there, ready to roll. We will also be sharing all about the tool, this being one of the early 3D printed variants of the tool. It's not got the stand attached to it, but we have prototypes of it. Everything's working. We have the spring loading mechanism, we have the crown, the microphone, and the earthing or grounding point on there as well. In fact, we can see very easily by quickly putting the watch into said tool. Says David, hoping not to break it. And this is where it is mounted into the tool. Very simple, very easy. This, of course, is an early 3D printed variant of the tool. It will be, of course, a full production tool when it's ready to go. But we are getting
lots of discussion on software today, and I don't worry a lot about the mechanical side, to be honest.
No.
Software is a lot of work because we do not really know what people do.
Correct.
And it's something you cannot predict. You need to find out.
We're second guessing.
But the good thing is software goes through the pipe. You know?
Yeah, absolutely. But all of you were second guessing, because the biggest challenge with this project is not necessarily the technical aspects, which are challenging, I have to say, but it's how do people actually wear the watches? What do they do? And how does what they do actually influence what is the world of mechanical watches? And then trying to create the solution to a problem that you don't fully understand the problem is a big problem. But we are slowly but surely getting there, building in safeties and redundancies to hopefully allow all of you that have one of these, and there are nearly 250 of you out there now waiting on one of these watches, supporting it. And we should probably, we'll get into this more in 2 weeks, but,
How do you get back to some tourbillons?
We get back to tourbillons.
We need some more shots.
We tease them. Some more shots
we
before,
have all these nice cameras.
Before we leave you, we will get some more shots.
I can show you how that stuff looks here. Yeah?
So we have the overhead camera here. This is our overhead camera setup.
And that's the side camera. Can you turn around that here a little bit? See?
Where is it going?
Yeah, wait.
There we go.
That's the desk here.
And we have, there's everything you can see behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Never show them behind the scenes. That's actually
my belly.
Your belly is sticking out, yes.
And the guy, the angry rabbit.
And David's got very big hands now, slightly out of proportion to his head. But that is our side mount.
Yeah.
And you can maybe, there we go, zooming in. I'm glad my fingernails are not dirty. Very happy about that. But that is.
Do another wrist.
And then we can do a wrist shot. And I can put it on my wrist here.
Yeah.
And we can have it on the wrist. Or we have our over the shoulder wrist camera, which is here as I come into shot. Oh, that's a bit too big. Oh, there we go, that's better. And you can even see stuff. The hands that you're not meant to see.
Oh,
your belly again. And there we go.
I love it.
We have our...
Actually, it's pretty cool. Yeah, I have to say, it's Daniel Kunz from the company called Airtime. He built that table and we hacked it. So crazy hacking.
Yeah. Sue's asked us to show the flexibility. So if we go to the overhead camera again.
Overhead camera, sure.
So on the bracelet, you can see here, hopefully we can keep it in focus, but yes, you've got extreme flexibility.
If you put something beside and you have it there, you know, something focusing.
Extreme flexibility on the bracelet there. You can see it essentially folds over on itself.
Yeah.
So we have an extremely slim flexible bracelet, which was one of the reasons for the pin and collar. Many brands from all different price points still use a pin and collar system. It's tried, tested and works, and it does allow for this extremely flexible bracelet, which means that on both sides you have this extreme flexibility all the way up to the watch itself, which of course means that it folds under itself, which means that when you then decide to have it on the wrist, like I am doing now, you get a watch that really does follow the contours of the wrist really nicely, as you can hopefully see here. And that's something that is a big challenge when engineering bracelets, to get something that is as comfortable and wearing and does not pull the hairs on your wrist. No. Which, as anyone knows, whether we're wearing a watch that pinches the hairs, is a rather unpleasant experience. But there we are on there as well. So we're getting some comments, nice camera angles. Yeah, we need to be very careful that we don't overexpose things on the camera, because the range of some of the zooms is quite impressive as well. So that's that one.
You see all the dirt.
Absolutely.
So please forgive us that we are humans with fatty fingers. You know,
how dare
but
you?
it's real. You know,
fingers.
I mean, it's real.
Fingers.
It's not photoshopped away or anything. It's like.
This is us in the real doing it now. Actually,
you see that teeth? You see the wheel?
Yeah, you can see if I
think you can see that wheel when you lift it a little bit. Yeah, there.
Yeah. Do you see? Yeah, you see. Now let's see if we can find something very slim and pointy.
I can tell you how we do that. Wait.
Oh, Andy's getting out the box.
Magic stuff.
There we go.
Actually.
And this special gear we're talking about is this gear you can just see here. You can maybe hopefully see the special teeth shape. There we go. Yeah, you had it there.
There it is.
You see it just here. That's that special gear that we talked about. And that's something that is going to, of course, feature in all of our calibers, where it can improve the feel and adjustment of the watch, and any watches that are out there as they come through for servicing. We have a policy, of course, of continual upgrade.
I think here you also see the bracelet better.
Fingerprints. Oh, disgusting. We can't be having that. Disaster. There we go. There we go. Look nice and clean.
Yeah, because you have the grey on the grey on the ground is hard to focus for.
And you can probably get a very clean look at the adjustment there. Yeah. Something that we designed ourselves in-house. Yeah. Super easy to use, very durable, very few parts on it as well. It operates by pressing in and sliding out. You can then see the 10 teeth in there, the adjustments. You can hear each of those nice little ASMR. And you've got that two adjustments, so you can see from here.
Came late here. I can, is this slot
Two full
AM,
links of
PM
adjustment.
indicator? Yes, the slot is AM, PM
Yes,
indicator.
so that is
Can you show
here.
that again?
So let's see if I can rotate round. And we're going. There we go. You see the nighttime indicator coming in.
The moon.
As we come through.
No, the night is coming.
The night is coming through on the depth of the night here. Slowly but surely, day will reckon itself again.
And keep in mind, it's big. The magnification
there we go.
is pretty big.
We're getting in here to around
It's a very subtle. I mean, we had a long discussion if that hole should be round or square.
Yeah, 4 o'clock in the morning, and we're coming into into daylight itself. And of course, by hopefully around 8 in the morning, everyone should be in full daylight again, unless you come from the north of Scotland where it's dark till at least daylight. 2 p.m. It just we don't get daylight. It's not a thing in the winter. But there we go, and that is it there. And of course, we can jump the hand to hide the GMT functionality. So we do that.
Home.
Boom. And suddenly we have a super clean two-hander. And although it's a two-hander, of course, you can see here, just coming up for the 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock marker, the blue screw on the tourbillon cage, that's your running 60-second indicator on there as well. And of course, you can see that silicon escape wheel just coming up to the 12 o'clock, just behind the blue screw. That's the silicon running. There we go, on there as well. And the square, I think the square works because you've got that kind of squaring edge on the appliques, and of course those little square dots.
I can't stop looking at that.
Yeah, the dial in this is, honestly, we've got great cameras here. The quality, hopefully for you guys, is really good, but in the real world, it's an absolute winner. We can probably even ask Miziel to shout. Miziel, do you agree it's great in real life?
I was paying attention to this. What?
Oh, he was too busy listening and paying attention. Miziel agrees that the dial in this watch is amazing.
It's almost everything I wanted to watch.
There we go. I think that's a pretty good compliment. So any other questions we've got coming up that
it's
we've
more
missed?
silverish. You cannot see the glow.
No, you don't get the contrast quite so much.
There's a little bit of a glow in there.
Yeah, and obviously it's an iron meteorite, which just gives that slight shimmer that you don't quite get in the camera. The camera
it could be
kills
because
the
we applied a filter for that green screen behind us.
Yeah, because you can't see it, but there's a big bright green screen behind us that gives everything
filtering
a tinge.
out
Gives it all a
green
little tinge.
stuff. Yeah.
And I need a lot of help with my complexion because I'm already pale enough.
Maybe try that hardcore. I mean, it could be that we fuck up the whole stream, but
let's try.
So now it looks a little bit different.
So maybe we pulled out the green screen filter, and hopefully you can maybe see a bit more of that shimmer on the dial.
Yeah.
Just looks great.
So more grayish. There's a little bit green now from the background.
Yeah. Someone's asking how many are made. It's a 50-piece limited edition, and they have since launch. It's been very well received, and we're very pleased with how people are doing it. You can see also there I've hacked the tourbillon because I've got out the crown adjustment position, and you can hack the tourbillon, which is something that's again a little less common, but yes, we have that there. My fingerprints are everywhere because I have got big muckle fingers on me. That's why I'm wearing a glove. But that is a great look at that watch.
How do you hack it? How do you hold the tourbillon? Can you show that again?
So we need to pull it out and slight back pressure.
Oh, yeah. See, now it's stopping.
Stopping.
So we are rubbing against the clutch of the hands friction mechanism, and that actually
there we go. I've
slows
stopped the tourbillon cage.
It's like dying.
So by applying a little back pressure, you can see that that's me stop the tourbillon cage. And
we didn't know that. That's good for Lawrence, Leo, when he wants to make pictures of that thing.
Absolutely.
Because he's always complaining about dust and that these damn watches are running all the time.
And the trick is, generally speaking, if you adjust the time backwards, it keeps the friction. And then when you run forwards, it starts to run again.
Magic. We didn't know that in the beginning.
No.
That was kind of, really?
That was a consequence of some of the engineering and design, but a very good consequence of the design and engineering.
Can we look again from the side on that case, please?
we want to look from the side.
Dirty box here.
So let's see. So you've got that really interesting profile here. It's a one piece, the case is the case back, you have the center body and you have the top ring, but all of this center section here is a single piece of grade 5 titanium with the satin finish on the inner surfaces and the polished edges on there. And the bit that I think we're most proud of is on the crown, those edges that follow around the edge of the crown, all
You
have
need
that
your
polished
pen.
chamfer. I need a very delicate pen.
On the trade show, you always have the pen.
I have the little pointer,
Yeah, the pointy pen.
stick.
You didn't bring your equipment.
Outrageous. Too many screens. I was blinded by the screens. But there we are on there as well. And of course, we're not really probably showing the case back on here. I'll probably give it a little clean.
Yeah.
And this has got the really...
That's hard to focus.
It's hard to focus on. Let's see, because it wants to focus on the clasp, of course. Let's see if we can get...
A little bit back.
I don't think it wants to.
I think your finger is too much.
Finger's too much. There we go. Stays it. Oh, there we go. And you've got a multitude of different finishes on there. You've got some of the laser finishing. You've got the Côte de Genève on there as well, and of course some linear brushing. Okay.
Oh yeah, like that.
Yeah. And as someone says, I think it's backwards. Yep, pictures and video don't do meteorite justice. You're absolutely right. Hopefully these cameras are as tight to what we can get in real life as possible, but you're absolutely right. It needs to be seen to be believed as well. A further refinement. This is the second prototype, as you can see from the P, the AGP02. But these are
one more wrist
shot before we let everyone go and have their evening dinners.
Look at my hair.
Oh, now there is a meteorite pattern if ever I saw it. A grey head of hair from Andy. I'm just pretending mine's not grey. Mine's definitely grey, but I call it dirty blonde. We'll go with that. But there we go. Now that's a good representation of meteorite, I would say. That camera has got it pretty well in there as well. Case is the same measurements as a normal Autark Tourbillon from backwards. Absolutely, exactly the same case. In fact, the case is identical, 39.5 in diameter, 8.8 in millimeters. We do say sub 9 millimeters. 8.8 is the design specification. There is always a fractional tolerance up and down the way. Therefore, let's say sub 9 millimeters, which I hope you'll agree is pretty slim for a watch, and it's very slim for a GMT and a tourbillon. And a micro rotor.
And a meteorite, which usually needs a carrier plate where you actually have the brass underneath to hold the feet.
Correct. And we've got 100 meters of water resistance in this watch as well. Something else we should point out, all of our tourbillons are very, very durable. We've had people do World Cup skiing. We've had people do triathlons. We've had people swimming. Andy snowboarding.
Andy doing snowboarding.
In fact, if I remember rightly, we maybe
tomorrow in the morning.
We maybe played golf
Actually, Leo
as well.
is just mounting his bindings at the moment.
Absolutely.
Because we probably need to have quick runs.
Absolutely.
I think I should bring that one.
I think you should take that skiing.
It needs some
broken in
gravitational treatment.
Well, it's a meteorite. It's used to gravitational treatment, but we should give it some proper, make it feel at home again. So thank you very much. I'm not sure if any of you have got any other questions. I'm just quickly looking. Instant hacking for the seconds in the tourbillon. Not an instant hacking. Most tourbillons, as you'll know, don't instantly hack. Pull the crown and they stop instantly. But a very small amount of back pressure on it will bring it to a stop. And once you get the handle of doing it, you can get that little seconds marker to stop at 12. And then as long as you set the time backwards, which is no problem, you can hack it to your heart's content as well. And that is same of our hand winding tourbillons and the existing Autark tourbillons as well. The little trick I'll tell you is, make sure it's not fully wound up. If it's fully wound up, trying to get the friction point can be quite hard because you're fighting against all of the mainspring. Best way to do it is put around 1/3 to 1/2 of the full mainspring wind into it, hack it, set the time, then continue to wind it up fully. Or just put it on your wrist, because our micro rotor winding system is so efficient that if you wear it for a day, it will be up to full charge anyway. Is there loom? Another question. Yes, you will see all of the appliques are fully filled with Superluminova. You have also got, maybe if you go to overhead camera, probably easier and clearer to see. Yep, all of the appliques are deep filled with loom. On the minutes and hours hands, you've got that long loom section on there, and if I just quickly flick, you'll see the GMT hand that's exposed now. The tip of the come back to focus.
You need more in the middle, go more in the middle. Yeah.
There, the tip of the GMT
Dave
hand.
is in the picture then, you know.
Dave's, oh, look at that. The tip of the GMT hand is also loom, so plenty of loom on there. Should be no problem reading at night. Why now white gold or platinum cases? Someone's asking. We are not. This is a titanium watch. It would be very, very difficult to get the geometry and the thickness of this one down using precious metals. It's not something we offer in the Autark Tourbillon family. We do offer the Omnium family in platinum and in yellow gold, and we also offer the Tourbillon 2 in white gold and yellow gold, but we don't offer it in the Autark Tourbillon family.
Only downside of my Autark Tourbillon is that I show me I'm not active enough.
Yes. When mechanical watches show you up, you know that you've made it in life. It's a good place to be. Better than...
I mean, white gold and platinum, what do you guess the whole thing costs? I mean, this bracelet making in precious metal is
horribly
expensive.
Horribly expensive, yeah. And we are, I don't know, you know, we are a brand which offers top product for acceptable price. Yeah. Not cheap, not expensive. But yeah, getting all that in precious metal and all the manufacturing hassle you have and the recycling problems and everything which comes with this kind of thing is probably, how do you say, a number too big for us yet. I think it might be towards the upper end, yeah. But
we focus our expenses on paying engineers.
And one of the big things with this watch is, with it being grade 5 titanium, it's extremely light. Yeah,
100,000 K at least. Platinum must 100,000, because platinum with all these links, you know. I mean, we're talking about how many different links?
Oh well, from I guess they're probably 15 on each side, so probably 30 links in all. Yeah. The other thing as well is the weight of this watch being in the 84, 85 grams.
Super comfortable.
Super wearable, you know, and it's a tourbillon that you can quite literally wear every day and do everything that you can possibly imagine with it as well. So yeah, that is the all new Autark Tourbillon GMT Meteorite limited edition 50 piece. Now that's a mouthful. If you want to know more, scan that QR code, and they'll put it back up on the screen. You can drop us a message, you can ask us the questions. Of course, the website, horage.com, is up there. All the details are on there. The web store's on there. You can look at information. And if you want to do a bit of a one-on-one, you can reach out to us. And
always,
Andy can play with his
everybody
cameras.
can actually call me and say, I would like to have a live demonstration of that. And we use the same infrastructure for Zoom. You can actually see that. We should actually show that. Wait a second. You continue showing watches.
I'm showing
something
watches.
Else.
And I'll
there
tease them.
is on the top of our website.
I'll tease them.
There is something called a live stream here. Yeah.
Yeah.
You see that? Now I'm kicked you out. By the way.
David's out.
So that live stream button on top shows the active live streams, and when you go in there, so here, watch live. That's actually what's happening right now. I just need to make sure that I don't get another sound here. And underneath, when there is a Zoom link available and open, it will talk to me directly, and then that will actually happen. So this kind of stuff we are experimenting right now, because we would like to have constantly kind of
someone available
who has all the watches and can show me everything you want to see, from left, from right, from top, from all kinds of angles. Obviously I have a lot of angles now where I can show stuff, and that's pretty much what we are experimenting with right now.
The next thing we need is full-time makeup department.
Powder. We had we had that last week.
We did, because
2 weeks ago.
We can maybe let a little cat out the bag. As many of you'll know, we produced a movie around 2 years ago, maybe
Chasing
slightly over.
Chasing
Microns. Check it out. It's on YouTube. It's an amazing bit of film work done by an amazing professional film crew. We learnt a lot about how to make films from those guys. In fact, one of them liked us so much, he came to work for us, which was Franco, who's done our videos. But we've started production on film number 2. It's all about the Tourbillon. And the history of Tourbillon, why we got involved, what we've done from the very early days of the hand-wound Tourbillon 1 right through into what we're doing now as well. And it's got Andy, myself, you, and a multitude of other people from within the business, people supporting the business, and from out with the business, coming on the film to talk about it. Should be about 20 minutes long, give or take, when it's ready. Looking at a release of maybe February, March time, and then we plan to do, well, we'll call it a grandiose global tour.
Yep.
It will probably not be full red carpet like Hollywood, but it will be good fun. And we'll be out to see you guys in the market, letting you watch the film and come and see the watches.
And I'm amazed that we have made these two things. I just
And
need
not-
to say that, you
And
know,
not,
I mean,
not more different could the two products
look at
be.
that, look at that. I mean, where is that industry? Where are they? What are they doing?
Yeah.
Why do we have to do that?
Because we can.
Yeah, it seems like.
I think it's like the question of
I
why
have
did
to say,
we go to the moon?
I'm really,
Because it's there.
I'm really, to be honest, I'm proud.
We should
Proud
be proud.
of our team, of the capability to innovate in that industry and bring stuff like this on the table. And I have not been a watch freak or a collector or anything like that. You have. You are.
Yeah, you're not the guy who, by nature, understands luxury.
No.
No. He understands beer, especially German beer, but we've come to appreciate that we can bring what we hope you believe are amazingly great luxury, technical, well-developed, engineered products.
I would never have thought that I have so much fun wearing our watches.
Yeah.
So that it's really so much fun to look at it and say, damn, we did that, really.
Yeah.
And it works and it's precise and it feels good. And you can look at that on these cameras and see the differences. And yeah, it's...
And this product, our
good.
micro reg here, you know, did we ever think we would be having philosophical conversations over lunch about how people wear watches and their expectations? Probably not something that many folk have done within the watch industry, but we have, because ultimately, to get the tool and the software to do what we would like it to do, we need to understand what you guys do. And I think I wear watches and I don't understand what I do with watches, so it must be difficult for these guys to work it out. But 2 weeks, give or take, a bit over 2 weeks, we will be back and we will be talking all about this little beauty. And maybe we could convince some of the team who are a little shy sometimes to come on, and they can give you some, well, real knowledge.
And we have been a little bit quiet in the past with lives because first of all, my old computer was not strong enough and I needed a new one, and then I got this table and all the cameras, but also we needed a little bit more time to figure out when it makes sense to really show stuff. You know, we don't want to repeat all the time. We need to give time to the developers to really see the progress and then have something to say, not just hot air, you know. And but now it's getting very solid and it's getting serious. You know, now we are talking about a serious business at the brink of changing the mechanics of the mechanical movement industry. You know, we are talking about some fundamental change. That Tourbillon is also a fundamental change in the perception of enjoying something which was hard to enjoy before because just nobody could pay it.
And even when you could pay it, did you really enjoy spending 100 grand?
Yeah, and then not being able to use it because it needs to go into the safe because it worries when you look at it, it's broken already. So that is something I think we can really proudly say is an achievement. Moving the needle and moving this industry and its performance and the product level into the next stage. That's something which drives me.
Absolutely. So on that note, I think it's time to wish you all a happy Friday evening. Well, some of you it's the evening, some of it will be the morning, but the weekend is coming for everyone and we can have hopefully a lovely weekend. You're going to go skiing. I'm going to go back to Scotland for a couple of days, and we're all going to hopefully enjoy our watches that we're wearing.
I think that's the better final screen.
We'll leave that,
Thank you. We can say that.
We can, but there we go.
But this is an end screen. I like that.
Absolutely. So thank you, guys.
Okay.
And, you know,
no more questions, I guess, no?
No, I think we're good. If any of you want to join into our little chat, please do scan that QR link. If any of you want to see more or talk more, drop us a line. We
I
can
guess
get live
we
with
say
you as
the
well.
Watch Press doesn't fully recognize what Autark's doing. Yeah, that's something we can talk about. And actually, it was a conversation recently. Why, surprisingly, we are not bought so much by
Watch guys.
collectors,
Yeah, watch people.
and why the media, you know, I wouldn't generalize, you're also a media guy. But
Kind of.
why they don't talk to us or more about what we do? And somehow I do not exactly, I don't know, I have a guess. I have a guess. Because perhaps we are so far out of the norm that it is hard
Uncomfortable.
to get confronted with a bunch of people in Biel who break down the rules of what should be done in this industry and what is the norm. And that's not, and questioning what they have been fed. You know, I mean, every media company is also being fed material from marketing departments, and we tend to question things like this, and it's not very comfortable perhaps when people need to question part of their historic 10 years of work in an industry. And but I would never gloss things over, you know. I mean, I look at it as it is, and that's perhaps a reason why
Indeed.
we are not covered so much, could be.
That said, we do have media friends that do definitely help where they can. The guys at Fratello have written some great articles for us, so we say thank you to them.
Very good.
Gerard, he's the guy.
Chatting with him and where is Mike Rick? How far are we?
And also we've got, you know, the guys at Oracle Time cover us as well. But yes, we spend more of our time chasing technology and developments and speaking to you guys directly than we do trying to beg people to write about us. But it would be lovely if they did. Hopefully they will in the future as well. So guys, thank you very much for tuning in. If any of your friends haven't managed to be here and watch it, please ask them to go to YouTube and watch it. And as I've mentioned before, any questions, you know where to find us. See you in a few weeks.